welcome to this episode of Passport to Payments. I'm Mikis from Enfuce, and in this episode we have the pleasure of having Simon from Parley for the Oceans. Simon, please introduce yourself and your role.
Thank you so much, Mikis. So, I'm Simon Rosenberger, and together with my team, I'm responsible for taking nasty marine debris out of the oceans, coastlines, rivers, and mangrove forests, and returning them into something like symbols of change. Like this payment card, this way around, with Enfuce. So it's made out of the material that we're finding all across the globe. We're recycling it and returning it into these valuable payment cards.
And these Parley cards aren't just payment tools, they are statements of purpose, like you said. What inspired the mission behind turning ocean plastic into something that people can carry every day?
I think for us, it's always about creating the most possible impact. And, we're seeing all across the globe that there's so much plastic waste found on beaches, coastlines, mangrove forests, and so on and so forth. And usually there is no intrinsic motivation of the people on the ground to really collect that on large scale, or they don't have the infrastructure to handle that large amount of nasty marine debris. So that's where we came in with a branding, and this branding gave this something that had no value, now a value. Mm-hmm. And so we are collaborating with all kinds of brands, businesses, even governments to create these symbols of change that then foster awareness and, about the beauty, but also the fragility of the oceans. And, turning them into payment cards is a really, really good way to not only scale in volume, because there are, I think, 3.3 billion cards produced every year.
Yeah.
That's a massive amount. So it's a good opportunity for us to, collect, recycle, and repurpose a lot of that material.
And as you showed, we've partnered with yourselves and G&D to create a card made of ocean plastic. What does this kind of collaboration mean for scaling awareness and impact in general?
Oh, that's a great question. I think on the one side, for a financial institution such as Enfuce, it's a great way to show that you're sharing the values with your consumers. So not only the younger generation, but especially the younger generation. And the really, really interesting part about that, it's also supporting two things. So it's supporting loyalty and trust.
Yeah.
Not just on the consumer side, but also on the side of the staff members, of the crew that works for you guys. So we've seen this multiple times that it resonates super well to have a purpose behind what you're doing. And it supports the brand. And on the side of Parley for the Oceans, as I said before, it's all about impact. Mm-hmm. So what we are doing is we're taking this card, the revenue that we are creating through producing these cards is used to, push the envelope on other layers of impact, such as creating jobs in vulnerable coastal communities, creating social projects such as Parley Ocean Schools that we are deploying all across the globe, that really teach about the beauty, but also the fragility of our oceans.
And your company is built on this eco-innovation. What's one shift you'd love to see across the payment industry to better protect our oceans?
I think it's super interesting that despite all the political noise at the moment, we're seeing a strong shift, especially from financial institutions, to move to eco-innovative solutions or eco-innovative alternatives. So we're seeing a strong movement at the moment. However, of course, we're interested in doing more. I think it's a great way to communicate with your customers and about your brand.
Thank you, Simon, for coming and speaking with us.
Thank you, Mikis.
So insightful.